Yurt, what's happening? I keep seeing this dude on my timeline, and so I wanted to be fair and give it a reaction. I think between the shorts that I've seen, which I'll watch a couple now, it's pretty clear what's happening here, but...
You know where you at right now? Like, bro, I really take everything off you, bro. Like,
I'm outside Dolly. You know Mabu's body, bro.
yo, Mabu, like, what you got on you? Like, oh, he got the now.
School's out! You know what that means? It's a Mabu summer. Hide the fam!
Obviously, that's Dusty Locane.
Tape drop the 30th! Ready up! Double everything! Like, you know I ain't missing that. Gotta beat on my head with a fit to match.
Essentially, I've seen him work with a bunch of drill artists. I've seen him pop off on TikTok. I've seen him... This is on the radar. All he did was speak out the digits of pi, and people were like, whoa, on YouTube.
Hey, Mabu, you capping your rap. How you know what I did? Stop through the T's and I'm dealing out poop cheese. I really rap what I did.
That, though, is why I'm super interested in his content, because he's actually, if you guys don't know who Use Cheese is, he's like actually dissing a drill artist. You feel me? So like that's why I'm making this reaction, kind of, because that's what I'm interested about.
But tell me I'm capping, I'm popping your lid.
I will say he does seem to have some mild performance. I'm doing that too. He does seem to have some mild performance ability, you know, at 17. I'm not going to knock the kid necessarily so much as the adults that are fueling this music, because it is not necessarily just his decision. For sure, it is a label's decision and a bunch of other people's decisions, which again I'll get into in a second.
This Mabu's an industry plant. Are you dumb or you high? 3.14159265. Guns be ready to die.
So like let me break that down real quick, because I am a rapper, right? Like what does that mean? He has like
how you know what I did?
3 and a fraction
I'm dealing
of
out
guns.
poop
Like,
cheese. I really rap what I did.
For drill.
3.14.
Like what does that even mean? Like all he did was recite pi, which he says after, because he thinks it'll sound cool. Like what is that even? That's not even a flex. You have 3.14, like you have a bunch of pieces of guns. I could understand throwing guns into a lake or like trying to dispose of weaponry that you're using for a crime, but like it's just like, to me, everything that he says that has to do with street shit is just missing the point by like it's like such an outsider perspective looking in what a suburban white kid thinks rap music is. In reality, drill and rap music is a reflection of material conditions set upon by mostly black people, black Americans, who have been forced and ghettoized by the American government to basically be shit out of luck. And consequently, those people who are shit out of luck are turning and finding a way to articulate art and articulate their life conditions and their material conditions through art. And I think that's just expression of self. I think that's beautiful. And I think that's where the genre should remain and stay from. There's people like Eminem, there was this Reddit thread in which, I'll bring this up first, people were kind of breaking down Lil Mabu and like the race element, which I do agree with this a little bit, but it's very fucking Reddit. They're saying that Lil Mabu is the son of Jeffrey B. Vaughn, the former chairman and CEO of Capitol Records. That guy was the former chairman and CEO of Capitol Records. If you look at Lil Mabu's Instagram, he says he has no label, but if you just Google Lil Mabu label, Capitol Records shows right the fuck up. But it also takes about 2 seconds of research to know that this is incorrect also, and that he actually puts his dad in quite a few of his Instagram reels and his other reels and shit. Let me see if I can find one. Oh, you know, this is the other thing I wanted to talk about. Is kind of like making fun of the fact that he's gonna get jumped.
Nah, he's lagging.
Yo, Mabu! Yo!
So like this is, he's trying to joke like this is what people think is happening to him, right? And he's posting it himself and like shit like that, but like this is so very clearly label push to me. Deflect the one key element to this person's music, in that he is just quite literally lying. He's filling a need in hip hop to a certain degree, right? Because like like fucking rich kid making drill music makes a lot of sense, or at least from a marketable standpoint. And if you look at, oh my god, if you look at, they did him so fucking dirty with this article. I'll go there in a second. Oh, hold on, let me just go quick to the licenses. Bam. Okay, Sony Publishing already, first song, interesting. If you look at who he is, where he goes to, again, this is just one New York Post article. The New York Post is not the most reputable people on the planet, but they basically are saying that he's a senior at a collegiate. It's some private school that literally the Vanderbilts and the Kennedys went to. So he's a rich kid, you know what I mean? He doesn't quite know what he's talking about. Capitalizing via Capitol Records on what is ultimately a subgenre of music that is currently being attacked by the New York mayor, right? And that's where I think this becomes problematic, is that Capitol Records is just looking to trivialize drill music while simultaneously profiting on it. And in reality, again, drill music is a reflection of material conditions and society, but this could be used to a benefit, right? Like the mayor could see this and be like, oh, everybody does drill music, it doesn't matter. Or the mayor could see this and be like, drill music's dangerous, people are getting jumped, people are shooting people, look at all these fake guns, look at what it's done to this 17-year-old prep kid. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where I think it comes very, very problematic. I'm going to go through all of his music because I haven't seen or heard any of his music. I'm literally going to go up the discography, and this will just be a supercut. But the reason why I'm interested is Use Cheese, right? If you guys don't know who Use Cheese is, and this is someone who Lil Mabu seems to be like poking at to some degree, Use Cheese is the person who did this.
Hey ladies, drop it down, just wanna see you.
Before these guys did this. So this guy is New York. You understand what I'm saying? This guy is an underground rapper from New York who is independent. He's not K-Flock. He's not fucking Dougie B, Bori 300. He's not Lil Mabu. He is a guy who is an actual reflection of those material conditions, who has remained independent and is trying to still do his own thing, still make his own bread whilst doing so. And he's someone who hasn't necessarily been able to escape, right? But I don't know. I'm very interested to see what Lil Mabu's music is, and if I'm misrepresenting it by everything that I just said, because I really don't think I am, and I really think that this is going to be problematic and bad music just in general, but we'll see. He does seem to have some performance value, but when you look at like the lyrics, it's like going to be pretty mid. I have a feeling.
Don't cross me, I'm not Jesus. Run up a
Stop. Don't. This dude went with fucking no puberty in his voice. He went, don't cross me. I'm not Jesus.
You like me and my money, just make up your mind. I don't care if you ready or not.
It's like trying to be Pop Smoke. And like I'm more interested in his more recent music, as well as the diss track and the Dusty Locane track. Oh fuck, I accidentally hit it. My bad, I'll bring it back. But like, how else do you get?
Why you be hitting my phone? Just leave me
song?
alone. All these little rappers, they clones, they feeling my flow.
Like,
don't cross me.
You don't know any of these people, bro. Like, this is all label shit getting them behind you. All this budget for this video, bro. This is like a fucking $1 million video shoot. Like, what? I'm trying to find the kid. Like you ain't getting this. I mean, you could probably find that kid
Do a
in New
little
York.
dancey on block.
But like, I don't know.
Why you be hitting my phone? Just leave me alone. All these little rappers, they clones, they stealing my flow. Don't.
I don't think anybody has stolen Lil Mabu's flow. I'm guilty of writing that bar too, but I read it about people who literally are verbatim stealing my flow. I don't know anybody who's stealing Lil Mabu's flow.
Me, I'm not Jesus.
This is mostly liked, you know what I'm saying? And don't cross me, I'm not Jesus is in the fucking hook. That's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry.
Zooming through the streets in the G5. Been running up a bag of my
and like honestly, good engineering, even though his voice has fucking zero bass to it.
And
like such a 16-year-old white
gained like
kid.
10K fans today. Made 2 calls for the bankroll on a flight to Turks and Caicos. Police, lay low, eating a weed.
That's like and even the don't. Like if he had any bass to his voice, he would sound like Dusty Locane, who is already trying to sound like Pop Smoke.
Don't cross me, I'm not Jesus. Run up a check.
Sounds like my fucking like fucking Pop Mist. Demon Town was super mid. I'm very unimpressed, but it is a first song. I'm imagining that because he's kind of popping off on TikTok and everything, part of that comes from dissing a literal drill artist, part of that comes from Capitol Records, and part of that comes from, again, him fitting that niche of music. But I'm expecting his performances get better around here.
Hey guys.
It's just, this is so many red flags to me. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with anything that New York Post article said, or anything really having to do with the fact that he is rich and from a wealthy family. If he was, or even attached to a label, right? Like, I wouldn't even care if he was label connected. There's a lot of artists who are label connected. But my problem is he's label connected, and then he very blatantly says, no label, young genius. And then capitalizes on stupid shit. Don't go Dio. Like, you're not fucking, oh my lord. If Pop Smoke's music is owned by Capitol Records and he finds his way with a Pop Smoke feature, I'm gonna be like livid.
She wanted a flick, we posted up like some flyers.
He definitely like walks in to the studio and he's like, just make me sound as close to Pop Smoke as you can get me. I know I'm yeah, I've yet to hit puberty, but make it happen, man, please. So this is
like the king of the world, the way I got up in the mix.
But
gotta keep making these hits, gotta get groupies all up on my
not even necessarily white prep.
I'm whipping the raps out.
What this is telling me is that no matter what your budget is, no matter what resources are, your ability to get in front of people very clearly, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what all of that is, it clearly doesn't matter to a certain degree, right? Because people are still consuming this music. But to me, it matters because it's like,
Little boy try to fight, but he tapped out. Hang with the drillers that's spinning it back round. He want to feature our tax. Say you got money, you stuck in the trap. But I ain't no crip. Peep the fit. And you want the smoke to pull up on the fifth.
I want him to claim something so bad. Because all that fake jumping around, fake getting jumped by like people who you're paying to film you, that shit stops real quick. But as soon, let me pull up like a prime example of what happens when you cap in your music. This what happens if you cap in your music and you get to a high enough stage where when you, and again, this guy was from New York, if you do it to a certain degree that is not only unbelievable, but then you go back on everything that you were promoting. So this is the UC's disc, which I am interested in because it has Shot Ek on it. Like, why does it have Shot Ek? Well, and this is the other thing, right? And I actually think that this is a good thing that Shot Ek, Dusty Locane, and Didi Osama, like all these people who otherwise probably aren't getting love from this drill scene are able to get seen by people because Capitol Records is trying to make Lil Mabu fucking next, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reason. I'm glad that they're gonna somehow benefit from all this, but I think it is still a net negative for the scene to have somebody like this running it. But that's just me.
Fuck is that?
I will say, of all things I can't hate on Lil Mabu for, one of the only things I can't do is hate on his dancing. He is mildly okay at dancing. They're really good at cutting the camera around him, I'm sure. But he got it done.
It's everyone K. If you looking for me, come peel rack out out Sente. You got knocked for a body, but they drop the case. You a snitch, it's a shame. We smoking on being that straight to the face. I said beat it, kicked him out the state.
Okay, I don't know if that's true. If that is true, that's crazy. But I bet that's more Shot Ek who's saying that than anything.
Imagine being a joke.
Like I bet Shot Ek did a little bit to help Mabu on this, because if you're gonna diss Yushis and they're like, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean? There's no way this dude is familiar with Yushis on a personal level at all. But this is the first time, and then he obviously disses him in the On the Radar.
Black guy out Sente. You got knocked for a body, but they drop the case. You a snitch, it's a shame. Imagine being a joke, but it's not even funny.
That's a bar.
Broken the hood.
This is the most 17-year-old thing. This is the most 17-year-old thing he could have ever said. Hating redhead kids is the most prep school, like, fucking.
They stakes.
Oh my God,
After
it's
Addy,
so
I'm
funny.
going super sane. Let me put your people in their place. Thanks for the answer, said I'm getting paid. Open 3 SPAs in your name.
If that's true, that's hard, but I very strongly doubt that Lil Mabu was doing that. Maybe Shaq.
Oh my God. Wake up. Get out of bed.
Lil Mabu goes to a $60,000 a year school paid for by his parents. At like a high school, private school, not like college. So I would go ahead and assume he doesn't need that.
Oh my God. Wake up. Get out of bed.
You know what? I will say that is one of the better Mabu verses I've heard. But again, it's because it was at least focused on something. But the problem is I don't believe any of his disses because it's coming out of this dude's fucking face. Like, it's okay written. I bet he has writers as well if you're working with Capital. But it's like really simply written. I don't know. Bro, in one bar, Shaq literally just fucking obliterated anything this man fucking said. I like can't believe that he just said that. Oh my God. See, like, that's the difference. Is like someone who's not afraid to say something, or someone who's like clearly has no idea what he's talking about and has like no ability to rap about the subject matter that he's trying to, and then immediately Shaq
But I gotta admit,
like
I got no
comes out with like a more entertaining bar than that entire verse.
Imagine being a joke, but it's not.
So like they got one scheme out of Shaq to put on this track, and he still watched them. It's insane, bro.
Not even funny.
That's his only good bar. Imagine being a joke, but it's not even funny. It's the only entertaining bar I heard from him in these last 3 songs. Shaq. You can tell because it's the most he played. Like this tells everything, bro. Like look at the peak. Nobody listening to this shit. Everybody listening to this shit, and then when he repeats it, they're like, alright, whatever. That's exactly how I feel, bro. This is like the most like how people can believe that he's independent when like this shot is like a budget of like $1,000 probably plus, including the camera. Sony Publishing, yeah.
But if I run, you run.
And it's like so easily disprovable. Like, why do you even lie about that?
Snap my fingers and they getting treachy. I call your bitch a wide receiver. She get open easy. She love falling off.
Okay, you know what? Like that's an okay bar. The fucking premise of everything that he's doing is like the most 17-year-old brain. It's like, let me just make a Halloween song around Halloween. I think he finds a couple of phrases that works, because like this is marginally better. Like this is he clearly got watched by Shaq and was like, all right, now I kind of just understand what the difference is this guy sounds aggressive and I do not. So he comes with more aggression on drill, which is gonna work, right? Ain't nobody fucking playing. And I guess like, I mean, most people who consume rap music are white, right? Like white from the suburbs is the main demographic of rap music, which is why this is succeeding. But it's so far from the source material that I'm curious if people are gonna catch on or not, you know, because right now people are not. You know what I mean? But like, and I'm curious how serious Dusty Locane treats that feature. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. He just doesn't understand the culture, but he's trying to make music that is involved with the culture. Because like drill formed out of hip hop through people like Chief Keef in Chicago, and then went into New York drill through pop, which honestly Pop Smoke was more even like UK drill. But either way, it's a subculture of music that has generated because hip-hop in a lot of ways is no longer just that reflection of material conditioning. Like there's a lot of different people in hip-hop. There's a lot of people who make hip-hop, like Hoodie Allen and like fucking Connor Price, you know what I mean? Or like even Young Gravy. Like what is Young Gravy banging in Minnesota? I don't know. But I bet he has more knowledge about the culture than he does. And drill has, again, formed in a lot of ways because hip-hop used to be a reflection of this, even through Tupac and Biggie, but now it's not so much the reflection of the material conditioning that existed in the 90s or in the bling era. Now this is a reflection of the material conditioning that exists currently for people through scam music, drill music, etc. But like this is just well edited, well engineered, well produced music about nothing, but is doing numbers like something that's substantial through pushing. Sorry, that shot was fucking insane. Through Sony and Capitol Records, people are gonna hear this stuff, right?
Run me that candy right now. I got
Like,
the
will he sell out shows? Will people give a fuck about him as a person?
Go get a job.
Really teach you how to get rich. If your body like an hourglass, I'll make some time, sis.
Hourglass, I'll give you some time is kind of cool. I get it. There's standout bars, but like the rest of the shit again just has nothing to. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I guess because he's 17, he can run over children and kill children in Spawn. Can't even kill children in Skyrim. A lot of this is just like clearly like his first time in the studio trying to like get comfortable because you can tell he does not like, he's just really doing anything that he can to sound cool, and sometimes it will work like very, 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 very occasionally. All right, I'm interested in this song a lot.
I can never snitch. That's on my kid. I put a chopper on a blade, put a blade on a switch. I keep my right.
Like that. Didn't he just say that in the last song? Hold on, I need to know because he like who.
I could really teach you how to get rich. Said I need to get rich with some block.
Yeah, he like has the same knife and the same gun.
I need a chopper to my blade to my switch.
Yeah, he literally just said, oh my god. Okay, I just needed that for myself. I'm sorry.
I can never snitch. That's on my kid. I put a chopper on a blade, put a blade on a switch. I keep my right hand spinning like my last name Smith. I don't miss. I'm making money while I piss.
The last name Smith could work, Smith and Wesson, but Smith is the first name, so it wouldn't really work. As well as Will Smith, obviously, but like that'll get attention. You know what I mean? There needs to be a Will Smith rap bar here and there, but again, in my opinion, they're like the lazier, like easier to grab ones, and it's probably just because he's 17 and uncomfortable making drill music. But I just still don't know how I feel about. Cause like we're talking about like years worth of time.
His name Smith. I don't miss. I'm making money while I piss. Doubling bitch with a fever. Get off the money, go pour.
Like the believability, like the way that like he clearly is trying to fabricate sounding hard. Dusty Locane, despite sounding so much like Pop Smoke, still sounds hard. No matter, like, he doesn't have to try. He just is.
I'm making money while I piss. Doubling bitch with a fever. Get off the money, go pour up a leader. Back on his head, he a Peter. Glock 19 and I'm naming it Tina. 160 on the dash, they checking the meter.
Like I don't like literally the sonics for me when he's on the track. I'm sorry, I'm pointing like you could see when the sonics when Mabu's on the track and the sonics when Dusty Locane are on the tracks. Sonically sound different. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's like one person is trying incredibly hard. Like you hear that? Like the shift. It's just like light years more professional, despite the fact that he has the resources. Or honestly, probably less resources than Dusty. Or Dusty Locane probably has less resources than Mabu. And that's why he has to lie and say that he doesn't have a label, even though he does, because he doesn't sound like he should have a label. If he was like, yeah, bro, I'm signed to Capitol Records and this and that, people wouldn't give a fuck about his music, because being an industry plant, you need, number one, as an industry plant, you need to dismiss that shit fast. Because you are one. Otherwise you're not gonna be able to make the short money that you're gonna make.
Dick Rock, go get back for the nigga you call your friend. Cut that fake shit off.
And like, good for Dusty Locane for getting some bread out of this, you know what I mean? Like, this is probably one of his more popular songs, unfortunately.
If I miss, I spin again, and I might just hit it. I can never snitch.
That's hard. Like, that engineering, that shit's hard.
I go get back for the nigga you call your friend. Cut that fake shit off.
And the hook's okay.
If I miss, I spin again, and I might just hit it. I can never snitch. That's on my kid. I put a chopper on a blade, put a blade on a switch.
Look at the people in the background. They're like, don't believe it, bro. Nobody around him believes it. That's the problem.
I can never snitch. That's on my kid. I put a chopper on a blade, put a blade on a switch. I keep my right hand spinning like my last
like right next to Dusty Locane, bro. That's when they had to cut it so much. Probably.
Where my shooters at? Guess they running late. On my ops, but money while I pay. How about the scat? Where my shooters at? Guess they running. Saw a shot 10 feet.
I understand Leona Diamonds, but it's like, what do you tell me the last time you've been in Leona Diamonds where your dad didn't pay for it, bro? Other than through this money that you're making because you're signed to Capitol Records, which probably is money that you're making Capitol, not yourself.
Down the block, ain't got a lot. And she like, huh? He said, how's your day? I said, I'm doing great. Then I upped it at his face and I said, open up that case. I took the chain. But the penny too depending on my 12. Dusty rang my bell. He said, what's the move? I said, I'm doomed. Cause the cop just said that if I move, they shoot. And you a fool if you do.
Again, the difference is like when you hear Chicago drill artists do this, like when you hear people from fucking God, it's gonna kill me. The projects just got bought too, unfortunately. But like when you hear like O Block or like again like Chief Keef, Lil Durk, like when you hear any of them do this, 8 times, 9 times out of 10 it's the truth, if not 10 times out of 10 it's the truth. And that's why that subject matter was so interesting at the time, and that's why DJ Academics fucking milked the fuck out of it. But like, you're not robbing a diamond store. You're not the guy doing it.
know it's ready to spin when it's time for the drama. I'm letting off every shot up in this clip. I put that shit on my mama. The homies told me chill out. Bag on his head so he died proper. We might have mixed it up with fentanyl. Somebody go call him a doctor. Double M's just to work. First you can run up, get hit with that.
Again, when you listen to the subject matter, bro, I ain't gonna be Dusty like that. Obviously, I'm gonna do him like that. But like, Dusty's talking.
Pussy niggas be off for the chit chat. I'ma run down the way and I can spit it cap.
But then like Lil Mabu had him
For the chit chat. I'ma run down the way and I can spit it cap.
I know he helped him out. At least he seems like a nice kid. But the problem is I don't think he realizes what he's the pawn in doing. And I really think that like a change in presentation would be huge, because I'm like being honest about your label and everything that you're doing. It's lying, capitalizing on something that's hot right now, but is hot right now in order to help people like Dusty Locane and Shot Ek, right? Like my point is like drill music is hot right now in order to help people in situations like Dusty Locane, not Lil Mabu.
I got a custom boot with your face on it.
Now he off the map.
Dusty's hard, bro. I really overlooked Dusty because the time that he blew up, he really just sounded so much like Pop to me. But I actually, if anything out of this, I'm more interested in Dusty Locane's content. So at least Lil Mabu did that. DD Osama is something I haven't listened to too much. Is this gonna be like an In Your Field song from Lil Mabu, but like a drill in your field? Stop.
They had a special place in my heart, so I tried fixing them without breaking me. I learned.
Okay, you know, and like, to be fair, the engineering, I should say this before he starts really going, because I am expecting the singing and stuff to be good because of the engineering level that's going to come from this song, right? So no publishing on this one. So I would imagine Capitol pushed, but no publishing through Sony on this one. And it's performed the best, so I'm curious who these people are. Nirvana Digital, Create Music Publishing. I feel like I've heard of Ace Cap, but I think that's generally where you can get all the other information on this song. The intention of this video is artistic social commentary on our society. Any references to violence and any portrayal of violence in this video are strictly for entertainment purposes. These stunts are scripted and acted out by professionals. The weapons displayed in this video are certified props and utilized strictly for entertainment purposes. Do not attempt anything in the... You gotta say that even if they're real. So that's probably the lie that he lives in. But like... You gotta say that because it's fucking true. And you don't want to get shot.
They had a special place in my heart, so I tried fixing them without breaking me. I learned the hard way, but I do it.
I never listened to Use Jesus respond back, but I don't even really need to justify it. This is what I want to hear. Which I'll plug that in real quick.
Let's talk about this though. So you two are like my friends, right? You feel me? I fuck with y'all, man. Lil Mabu, Use Jesus. Like, I actually talk and FaceTime Lil Mabu and you too, right? So like, what's the issue, man? Like, how can we resolve this?
Mabu, my son, man.
That's my son, man. We don't got no problems. Me and Lil Mabu, we good.
Nah, bro. Right?
That's my
You
son.
drop
right
a Lil Mabu diss track already.
Yeah.
That's honestly all I need to hear.
I had a vision, no one seen, not even my family.
Oh, okay. That's kind of hard. I'll give him that. Cause like the lyrics on that were pretty mid.
Didi, I'm shot. I don't give a fuck, nigga. What the fuck, you
Tell
pussy?
me
Give me something, bro. Nah, man. Take a fucking Band-Aid, bro. Take a fucking Band-Aid, bro. Yeah, you shot. Get the fuck up, man.
Flown out of your pocket, cause I was left to the timeless. Tone the 30, I tone the rocket. Did I win for niggas that's fine?
Dude, Diddy's fucking washing him, bro. It's anybody with any mild street cred just sounds 87 trillion times more believable.
Get lost at Diddy, we clutching the king of the pole. Red light, we beat, hang out, bro. Flown out of your pocket, cause I was left to the timeless. Tone the
And he was a better singer than Mabu too. He like watched him in both degrees.
30, I tone the rocket. Did I win for niggas that's fine? God, dead, ops, all of my blood. Bitches so much she ate it for fun. Bitch, I'm that nigga that do what I want. And I ass over and one of my guns.
Lil Mabu is making raps that his dad is definitely listening to, and so he can't like fucking say anything that he actually wants to say.
He died one time on the earth, now he died 2 times. Put the beam to the blunt. I don't even smoke a feeling with my lung. He got left, my boo got right. Just
I'll give him that transition was very hard. But now that I know it's coming, so it was a little. But it was cool. That Didi murdered that. All right. So coming off of his most popular song, he obviously gets the On the Radar freestyle. I already heard the pie bar, so.
Gang.
Hey man, you made
I'm not a cop. Mabu.
You definitely rap like a cop.
Yeah, I woke up this morning and put on my fit. On some typical white boy shit. Khakis and white socks, black kicks. I ain't sleeping 1400 mins. 10 coast, it's a sin. I was up all night studying trig. Took my exam and said bottom my click. I wonder if Mr. Smith knows I'm lit. I wonder if Mr. T knows that I keep a stick.
He like can't even actually dox his teachers from his private school because otherwise people would know. So he prints out random stock images of professors. It's hilarious. I understand like the tan coast.
It's a sin.
It's a sin. Like he didn't even he just referenced it and then explained it right after, as opposed to like using it cleverly and then explaining it, which is why I would need explanation. So it's like if he would like, I'll just give you an example of if that was better written. So tan coasts, it's a sin. At the beach I was studying trig. You get me? So it's like it makes the tan, it makes the coast, it makes the sin like immediately after referencing maybe some more trigonometry into something that he was doing. You know what I mean? Like angles and whatever. Like that's clever. But what I'm expecting is he's just saying shit.
Took my exam and said bottom my click. I wonder if Mr. Smith knows I'm lit.
Yeah, so like he just wanted to do this. This is all he wanted.
I wonder if Mr. T knows that I keep a stick. In my pencil case I got a grip. Keep it on.
What? I need to know the grip that fits in a pencil case.
Smith knows I'm lit. I wonder if Mr. T knows that I keep a stick.
He's really obsessed with pissing bars. Like, again, that's what I mean is, but like, he seems to have found a couple of phrases that when he says, people like it, so he just does it all the time. Which is what Pop Smoke does, but when he goes, Dior, it's like hitting 7 bajillion times harder than keep it on me when I piss.
It's I keep it on me when I'm pissing. One in the head in case my ops dissing. If I have a bad day and I'm missing, got some extra ammunition, got a cardi on my wrist. They like, Mabu, you capping your rap. How you know what I did?
Because, bro, like, number one, it's like so clear by knowing like your subject matter or not. It's like taking a test that you studied for, or a test that like you fucking experience. Like I don't know how else to explain it. He's got to go in with any prior knowledge that he could Google, so he doesn't look like a fool in front of Dusty Locane. Dusty Locane just motherfucking lives that shit, bro, so he doesn't have to think about it.
Stop through the teasing, I'm dealing out poop cheese. I really rap what I did. If he cap about buying a feature, I load up his balance and switch out his sim. Yes, I know I'm a kid, yes, but tell me I'm capping, I'm popping your lid. It's in my.
You are capping, bro. I
was an industry plant.
You are.
Are you dumb or you high? 3.14159265. Guns be ready to die.
Bro, I want you and all your fractions of guns to come see me, bro. Because like, what are you on? Like, what does this even mean? You just wanted to say pie, and like, you didn't dismiss the industry plant thing. I understand the sim trading, like that's pretty blatant. Like that is a crime that you're familiar with. Congratulations, that's a that is probably a pretty common crime that you've heard from Dusty Locane and Didi Osama, from being able to be around actual people who've lived that shit. He's 17 from a prep school and trying to blend his way in, chameleon his way in to hip hop without people noticing, is what it seems like. And he wants to give the presentation that it's being done organically despite it not.
Sim, yes, I know I'm a kid, yes, but tell me I'm capping, I'm popping your lid.
I don't think
This your mom's an industry plant.
That is a huge
Are you
part.
dumb or you high? 3.14159265, guns be ready to die. I just body the beat while resetting pie. Your life is a lie. Try to set me up on a hit with a chick. I'm cutting that line. Goodbye.
Most 17-year-old thing is to be like goodbye at the end of a hip hop fucking song. This is the last one. And then I'm gonna react to that used cheese track.
That sounds radical, bro.
that is the proper reaction. Just to leave without him.
Okay, Father. I'm darting off to pursue my educational prowess.
Okay, son, don't dilly-dally. I'll be home late. It's my bridge night.
I'll see you later. Bye.
And he comes out and okay. You know what? That's kind of funny. I don't think that he wrote that skit. If I had to guess, that whole skit is like a reference to something that I haven't seen.
I took a trip to the hood so I could make it out.
The problem is the other thing, like this.
That sounds radical, bro.
His acting here is way better. If he was trying to do, like, hold on. If he was trying to do this, I can tell you right now how Lil Mabu can change his content forever. If he just did this.
I'm the most underrated. Everybody say they spitting fire like a dragon, nigga. Watch me come and slam. Coming from the basement. Double XL, man, I want the cover. There's no way that I'm not in the conversation. I don't have no patience unless it's patience from playing Operation. I'm castrating anybody that's hating.
If he just did this, he would be light years more. If he just dressed like this, you know what I mean? If he wasn't trying to blend in, it would be playing way more honest. It'd be a little dicky, but like if you're just making drill, who gives a fuck? Like it's still, you're capitalizing, you're not being false to yourself, and you could still put on people from the hood who deserve it without having to sap everything that they're doing. I don't know.
I did it dolly, no one puts it in my bank account.
I feel like he learned the word dolly and he learned a couple of slang words and then he just is trying to make a career out of it.
If you don't know me, then shut your mouth. What goes around comes around like an echo sound. Karma's a bitch, I guess you know it now.
The engineering on this is fantastic.
Karma's a bitch, I guess you know it now. Said I could never snitch and make 300 down. And I got goons by my side, so come around.
Let's see if he holds up to it, bro. Let's see if he doesn't snitch. You know, on all the shit that he clearly learned from Didi Osama, Dusty Locane. I'd be very worried to associate myself with him. But yeah, I mean, karma's a bitch, I guess you know it now. Kind of a hard bar. I'll give him that one. Again, I would not be shocked if at this point, now that he's getting numbers, he's receiving some writers from Capitol, etc., as well as doesn't need any more of the publishing, and he is just licensing his song to himself via Capitol Records. So if you guys don't understand the business, again, the licensing and the ownership are very different. The publishing is pretty much who's going to push the song. The record label is who's going to pay to get that song pushed. And then however well the song does is what Lil Mabu will see. So if he's saying he made $300,000 off of a $10 million view song on YouTube, etc., with Dusty, I bet he out of pocket is probably not receiving like the song might have made $300,000, but I don't know that he's getting in pocket $300,000. I think he's probably more than likely paying Dusty Locane a lot for that song because they're both equally cited as artists, which is Smart from Dusty and Didi Osama, and ultimately they will receive probably then royalties on each of those. You know what I mean? So consequently, they'll want that song to do well, and I bet that.
And bitch, I'm tough by myself. Yo, you over there? Come around. Y'all some internet goons, get up off your couch. Bitches be crazy. Why?
I'm gonna chair Lil Mabu. Fucking got you there. You're also not a real fucking gangster though, bro. Like, I'm not an internet gangster because I'm talking shit on the internet. I don't think you are a street gangster.
And I got goons by my side, so come around.
Especially in this respect. You know, if this is enough that to say that you're not gangster, then you are not gangster either, Lil Mabu. But my point is like, even if you break it down, bro, there are some internet gangsters who know what the fuck they're talking about. Danny Brown is on fucking Reddit probably more than you.
Yo, you only hoe I need is
the
a hoe.
Yeet Bell and the Yeet Bell effect is crazy.
The only hoe I need is a whole lot of green in the money brick. I'm a star like the roof of a colony. Put some bread on your head, you start crumbling. I heard the ops favorite dance is the running man. They call me a cop. I start chuckling, cause when I skirt up from behind, all the gangsters buckle in.
That edit was so hard, bro. Whoever the fuck edited this video, you fucking murdered that, bro. Because any ability to make this kid look cool is very hard.
Cause when I skirt up from behind, all the gangsters buckle in.
That was a cool edit.
Fuck, I knew he was a cop.
This is exactly what I feared though. This is the song that I was worried he'd make in a long sense of the word. Because this has nobody else on it. It's very clearly capitalizing on the fact that he is not from the hood. I bet he has the same. Oh no, he didn't put the same. These are all props.
If you don't know me, then shut your mouth.
Again, the engineering on this, insane. Whoever engineered this did an amazing job. Because they really are making it way cooler than it is. Beat is a little mid. The video editing is insane. The audio engineering is insane. His performance was better than on the other songs for sure. I feel like there was a noticeable switch in his cadence after he got on a song with Shaek. And after Dusty Locane, he really fully pushed that gas pedal in and is now capitalizing. And it's funny because that is a very New York drill style of performance, but again, it's just so clearly outside looking into me. If you look at Cheese, the person who he's dissing, I bet that this, I've already liked it without even... Why is that happening? Okay, whatever.
Every option. Okay, already done it. Yeah, daddy still know how to be one of the trolls in case if he find it done. Don't freak, you don't how to gun.
like immediately more believable. The Shaek aspect of this is probably more real, but like, and it's so clear when you hear like Didi Osama. It's so clear when you hear Dusty Locane and Shaek on his songs, even when they're giving minimal effort. It's like, you understand what I'm saying?
I've got my pretty hot bunch. Bitch tryna get some dick. She dirty, so don't run. Every dog in the gun. No matter what pain, I know he fun. Hold him job, you on the jump. You a kid, when I see you done, just like I can't. Tryna get him and run. I'm dirty, like you a bitch. For the bro, ain't taking that first. For the bro, don't know what's at stake. No, I'm down in style, trick. Forget it, I'm clicking this shit. Out the bar, I ain't feeling this shit. Been with the skull and feeling this shit.
Like, I would be, like, I bet Mabu was shitting his fucking pants the second I saw this, bro. And I bet he was like, I mean, granted, he did this immediately after the, whatchamacallit, on the radar. But I bet it was because people on the internet were like, bro, he stopped dissing him real fucking quick. It was probably because he did. When did this come out? This was also probably 8 months ago. Yeah, so he dissed him a month before. This is a month after. And then I guess, you know what? He did come back at him recently. But then I guess it's because, number one, he's on a label. Like I have nothing to say about this because this is, like, he is, again, light years more believable than, oh my god, you guys get to see the sauce there a little bit. He's light years more believable than anything that Lil Mabu has said, unfortunately. When he goes and is like, Hey, fuck you, cheese, bro. Poop cheese. It's like, all right, man. Like,
y'all be forgetting, bro. I'm a regular ass kid. Catch me taking the train. Stop taking videos of me. It's weird.
it's weird. Bro, it's like, what he's finding out is that people who are about it can fucking catch you, bro. That's the problem. What that is you should watch what the fuck you're saying, bro.
Shoot me, bro. Make it look real.
But if I run you,
yeah, this is.
He snitched.
Stop.
Without you, my friend.
Stop. But like he's smoking on P&B in your song.
We've come a long
Stop.
way.
Everything then we smoking on P&B. No. Okay. I was worried he was also on Capitol. Okay. I'd say I think more than I could take of that, if I'm being honest. I don't know how I end these yet, but it's probably already ended at this point.